Namaste. Welcome to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Dear viewers, let us now start the program with the main affairs of the day. The farmers who sold sugarcane to Himalayan sugar mills have not received the subsidy. The farmers are using machines to harvest green tea in Ilam. The local farmers in Makkanpur are motivated as they are getting high price for their Akbare chili, and much more. Let us now continue the program with the affairs of the sugar. Sugarcane originated mainly in India. The first sugar was also invented by Indian chemists about 2,500 years ago. Brazil produces the most sugar in the world. India produces the second most sugar in the world. Nepal, being so close to India, has trouble in the sugar market. India is very advanced in technology, so the production costs are down. The Nepali industrialists and the Nepali government has trouble managing the market as the Indian sugar come pouring in. Due to the trouble in getting the market for Nepali sugar, the industrialists are unable to pay the sugarcane farmers. The farmers are in most cases are unable to invest in sugarcane cultivation again. However, this time the Himalayan sugar mill has said that it has paid the sugarcane farmers. The farmers who sold sugarcane to Himalayan sugar mills have not received subsidy. Let us look at this report for a little while. 6,862 farmers who sold their sugarcane to Himalaya sugar mill located in Sirah have not been paid the subsidy. The ministry has not been able to pay the 8 crore 41 lakh 67,000 rupees to the farmers. But the farmers have been coming to the mill every day demanding the money. Since they are not paid, they are facing additional financial problems. In the previous year, the farmers of Siraha, Dhanusha, Sarlahi, Saptari, and Mohotari have sold 12,89,336 quintals of sugarcane. Last year, the price of sugarcane was fixed at the rate of 536 rupees 28 paisa after the agreement between the farmers, the sugar industry, and the government. Out of this, the sugar mill was giving 471 rupees 28 paisa and the government was giving 65 rupees 36 paisa per quintal of sugarcane. Similarly, the farmers of the same village of Korea have complained that they have not received the government grant amount yet. Similarly, the farmers of the same village of Korea have complained that they have not received the government grant amount yet. The labor, fertilizer, and cash requirement for the cultivation have to be spent. But locals say that they have to face additional problems when it comes to selling on credit. According to the general manager, Yadav, the amount paid by the mill has been paid in July. After the report on sugar, let us now talk about the affairs of the tea harvest. Tea is an item of every home. Tea is not only the peaceful item of each home. In many instances, it has been the item of political disorder. The import of tea to the USA was protested by the Americans on December 16, 1773 AD. This is called the Boston Tea Party. They had nothing against the innocent tea. They just did not like the people ruling over them who enjoyed the innocent tea. Tea is believed to be discovered by the Chinese emperor, but then recent studies show that tea was drank even before that by the indigenous people in India. During World War II, Nepal supplied tea to the soldiers along with weapons. Innocent tea, which is serving humbly, has now new ways of being harvested. The Nepali farmers have found that it is cheaper to use machines to harvest the tea than hand pick. The farmers are using machines to harvest green tea in Ilam. Let us look at this report for a little while. As tea garden laborers are declining, they're using the machine to harvest the tea. Due to the growing gardens and declining manpower, farmers have been struggling to take the tea to the factory. Locals have said that the tea plantation is done by every household. This is why they are unable to participate in the harvesting of tea of one another. So the farmers are using the machine to harvest the tea. Tea cultivators have been cultivating tea because of less labor and higher income in Ilam. The use of the machine has increased because it is cheaper than the wages paid to the workers. The machine has also adjustable cutting blade which can be used to sort out the tea. It has been easier to use the machine than the use of sickle, but the locals said that the machine can not be used by everyone. Farmers have also said that the vibration of the machine is so great that not all farmers can use it. Users say they have to use the machine and work since there are no laborers. After the report on tea harvest in Ilam, let us now talk about the affairs of the chili. Chili is believed to be originated from Mexico. The Mexican food is very hot due to the use of chilies. China consumes the most chili pepper in the world with 50% in accordance to a report. In Nepal, there are many different types of chilies. One type that is in highlight nowadays is the Akbare chili. This is spherical and very hot. Many people say that this chili is cure to gastric problem. This is why this chili is very expensive and highly in demand. In the past, this chili was notorious for being too hot. Some even called it the killer. At present, many of the farmers are making Akbare cultivation a livelihood. The local farmers in Makanpur are motivated as they are getting high price for their Akbare chili. Let us look at this report for a little while. Imports of Akbare chilies are being made in major cities including Kathmandu. Akbare chili, which is being produced in various villages of North Makwanpur, including the district's municipal corporation, have recently become very popular. The farmers in the municipality 6 has informed that the red chili produced by the local farmers are sold at 190 rupees per kilogram. Most farmers in the same area have been cultivating the chili for the last 1 year. Similarly, Muktiram Upreti, director of Manjil Model Agriculture Farm of the same ward, has been collecting income from the vegetable farming including green peppers, brinjals, hot peppers, and green leafy vegetables along with Akbare chili. Upreti, who planted 11,000 chili plants and 5,000 brinjal plants, has earned 2,50,000 this year by expense of 60,000 rupees. Upreti had cultivated 12 ropani of land with chili. Then he rented 6 ropani of land and produced 20,000 seedlings by the end of Ashar. Upreti and local farmers are happy that the chilies are getting market and good price for the first time. There's a high demand in the Chinese market for Akbare pepper. Since the area is more cold, black frost damaged the plant after the first week of November, and the deer damaged the fields adjacent to the forest. Some farmers who are cultivating chili as cash crop are hit by the middlemen. While the sales of chili in the market is at the rate of 450 rupees per kilogram, the farmers are getting only 190 rupees. After the report on chili, let us now talk about the affairs of the gas cylinder distribution. Since the discovery of fire 1.5 million years ago, people have been using firewood for cooking. This was all well until the population of the human beings increased. In the modern times, the forested area have been destroyed due to the excessive use of the wood. Human beings have tried to find alternative for the firewood. Then the coal was discovered and is in use since 3,000 years ago. Now, man has discovered oil and gas to replace the wood. Since the burning of coal causes air pollution, people have switched to biogas. Now in Nepal, biogas has replaced the primitive firewood. Still, not everyone can afford the biogas. So to check the deforestation, there has been distribution of biogas. This is important that we protect the trees and replace the old trees to keep the environment balanced. There has been distribution of gas cylinders to check deforestation. Let us look at this report for a little while. In a bid to control deforestation in the name of collecting firewood, the 3 community forests in Sanikil in Sarda Municipality, Salyan, have distributed cooking gas cylinders and stoves to local residents. Deputy Mayor Sumitra Basnet distributed cooking gas cylinders and stoves to 100 households in the function on Saturday. The forests are being destroyed as the villagers use firewood for cooking purpose. This has two-pronged effect: the depletion of forest resources and repercussions firewood has on the health of the users, say Nim Bahadur Purathoki, a member of a community forest users group. We are distributing gas cylinders and stoves to curb both these problems and to promote forest conservation in the local communities. Forest Users Group spent around 5 lakhs to distribute gas cylinders and stoves. The amount was managed with the income of the community forest, according to Purathoki. Many villagers suffer from respiratory problems due to the smoke from firewood. Hopefully, this new initiative will improve the health of the locals and also conserve the forest, said Purathoki. With this initiative, the forest users groups also aim to control environmental pollution caused by firewood smoke. After the report on gas cylinder distribution, let us now take a small commercial break. After the commercial break, welcome back to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal. Dear viewers, let us now talk about the affairs of the Upper Arun hydropower. Nepal is very vertical. It is why the whole of Bay of Bengal evaporates and condenses into snow in the Nepali mountains. This is why there are so many snow-fed rivers in Nepal. These rivers have very high water current. Thus, Nepal is blessed with high possibility of hydropower. The hard mountains are difficult to cultivate. It is also difficult to extract water and electricity in places where it is possible. The government and non-governmental organizations are establishing hydropower projects. The Nepali government has given permission to construct hydropower in the Upper Arun. The government has given survey permission for the construction of Upper Arun semi-reservoir hydropower project. Let us look at this report for a little while. The Ministry of Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation has given permission to Upper Arun Hydroelectricity Limited, a wholly owned company of the Nepal Electricity Authority. The permission is for a 2-year survey to survey the project, which has a capacity of 1,000 megawatt. The same project, which is listed in the list of attractive projects under the People's Hydropower Program, is now being studied in detail by the World Bank on convenient loans. The company had applied for license in the Power Development Department for 3 years. The cabinet had agreed to construct a company model in the same project last October. The cabinet meeting agreed to construct the project through a subsidiary of the authority. But Kulman Gising, executive director, said the project would be taken as a game-changer project with high priority. The project in Sangkhuashava, under the People's Hydropower Program and even under the leadership of the authority, is said to be huge so far. According to Director Gising, financial management will be given in the same project with 49% public share and investment of indigenous financial institutions such as World Bank, European Investment Bank's Mutual Loan and Employee Reserve Fund and Civic Investment Fund. The estimated cost of the project is approximately 1 arba 20 crore US dollars, including interest for the construction period. The corporation plans to provide 30% of the total cost and 70% capital from the loan. The study shows that the project will produce 4 arba 47 crore 80 lakh units of energy annually. It is said that in the winter, 28% of the total annual energy will be produced. After the report on Upper Arun hydropower, let us now talk about the affairs of rotten meat in the Nepali market. Slowly, the strict Hindu vegetarians turned into non-veg. Now, every ethnic group of Nepal eats meat with relish. In recent times, meat business has been thriving. The government is reaping a lot of revenue from this business. Of course, it is the duty of the government to make sure that the meat that people are consuming is safe. This is why there are monitoring departments in different districts of the country. Recently, there was a monitoring team surveying the meat shops. It has been found that the butchers are selling rotten meat to the people. Rotten meat is very dangerous to the health of the public, so these shops have been suspended till new authority comes. Since rotten meat have been found, they have been recovered by monitoring team. Let us look at this report for a little while. In Siddhartha Nagar municipality, Rupandehi, there was discovery of rotten meat in the market while monitoring. The municipality has been monitoring Janak Path of Ward 7, BP Path of Ward 5, and Hat Bazar line of Ward 13. Monitoring Committee Coordinator and Social Development Branch Officer Yadav Prasad Sapkota said that while monitoring in the 12 meat shops in the city, more than 1 quintal of rotten meat was recovered and was destroyed. The monitoring committee said we had recovered and destroyed the decomposed meat kept for months. The team has warned businessmen to distribute healthy meat. The monitoring committee of the municipality also monitored the food shops, grocery stores, hotels, and dessert shops in the Ward 5 and 6 on Wednesday. Upon inspection, expired items were found and confiscated. During the inspection, the team discovered 80 kilograms of rotting mutton only in new super meat shop in Janakpath 7. From the shop, 8 different goats have been confiscated by the team. Coordinator Sapkoda said the shop has been suspended from operation until there is another directive from the municipality. The operator of the new super meat shop has been found to have selling old female goat meat without the information being given to the consumer. The operator of the new super meat shop has been found to have been selling old female goat meat without the information being given to the consumer. Similarly, the monitoring committee has also recovered 10 kg rotten meat from Sonu meat shop in Ward 13. They have also recovered rotten meat from Kurashai meat shop and Vairavaha fresh house at Ward 8. After monitoring, some meat shops were found operated without registration. Registration was not renewed, without sanitation, and poultry and goat meat were kept in the same refrigerator. They were instructed to correct them immediately. The committee monitored 8 meat shops located in ward number 13. After the report on rotten meat, let us now talk about the fears of the import of apples from China. According to a recent report, the most apples are still grown in China. This report shows that there is 44 million tons of apple produced in China every year. China consumes the highest number of apples, with 47% of the apples in the world. In recent times, Nepal has been importing apples from China. Though Nepal produces organic apples, the produce cannot meet the demand of the country. Also, the Chinese apples are cheaper than Nepali apples. This is due to the high cost of production and transportation of Nepalese apples. In the north of Nepal, the custom, which had been closed since the earthquake, has been opened recently. Now the apples are coming into Nepal. According to a report, 95% of the import is the apple. Chinese apple is being imported from the main duty in the north of Nepal. Let us look at this report for a little while. The apples are imported from China targeting Tihar festival. Chinese apple imports have increased suddenly since Dashain has passed. Nepalese businessmen have said that imports increased when demands were high because Chinese apples are cheaper than Indian and Nepalese apples. According to them, the price of Chinese apple is cheaper by half than Indian and Nepalese apples. According to Keshav Raj Oli, officer of the Customs Office of the Tatopani Shukka Bandaraha, the imports of Chinese apple have increased since the end of the Shai. On an average, 20 quintals of apples per day pass through the custom heading to Kathmandu. Of the imported apple, 20% is Fuji and 80% is Chinese local apple. The custom, which had been closed for 4 years after earthquake, had resumed operation on 15th of Jesta this year. As the import trade was gradually improving, on average of 8 to 10 quintals of commodities have been coming from before the Shai. Currently, the customs data shows that apple make up 95% of the imported goods from China. Daily, there is import of 35 containers of apples to Nepal. Recently, high imports of apple indicate that the trade is returning to its normal rhythm. Prior to the earthquake, 60 containers were being imported to Nepal daily. After the report on import of Chinese apples, let us now talk about the affairs of the milk subsidy. The Nepali government is doing a lot to encourage the farmers to produce more. At the same time, the new programs are encouraging the youth into agriculture. This is with the understanding that agriculture is what feeds the nation. Without agriculture, there will be no life. Our education is also used to enhance the agriculture and agriculture-based industries. In Nepal, 65% of the population is engaged in agriculture. It is sad that only 27% GDP is contributed by agriculture in Nepal. This is because the mountains are too difficult to cultivate and the produce is very little. Even then, the Nepali people go forward with zeal. Now there will be distribution of grants to farmers according to the amount of production of milk. The municipality has distributed cash subsidy on the basis of production to the dairy producing farmers in Tilota of Rupandehi. Let us look at this report for a little while. The municipality, which relies on milk, has launched a product-based grant program to encourage commercial livestock farming. The same municipality has also been providing 50% subsidy on animal insurance for 2 years. Vasudev Kimide, the city chief, said that the grant program was launched to encourage the production of milk by increasing the access of small farmers to the grant. In the current fiscal year, the budget has been allocated to subsidize the dairy producing farmers at the rate of 1 rupee per liter. There have been arrangements made for the farmers to receive grant of subsidy through the cooperative. According to Deputy Chief Jageshwari Chaudhary, farmers will receive grants according to the number of liters of milk sold through the cooperative in a year. The municipality has issued a mechanism for distributing incentive funds in consultation with stakeholders in order to manage the grant. In the same municipality, there are 19 dairy producing cooperatives operating. The Chief Administrative Officer Madhav Prasad Sharma said that arrangements have been made to provide cash subsidy to the farmers on the basis of audit report of the last fiscal year. During the program organized on Friday, the municipality distributed milk production subsidy based on the milk collection data from the fiscal year 2075-76. 14 different cooperatives have received grant money. The municipality said that the remaining cooperatives will receive the grant money after completing the required process. During the last fiscal year, the cooperatives of Tilotma collected a total of 38,85,000 liters of milk. The same municipality produces more than 50 lakh liters of milk daily. The city's Tekulikari Dairy Production Cooperative is collecting more than 7 lakh liters of milk annually. To promote milk production, the municipality has said that it will run programs like cattle herd improvement, grassland extension, official insemination of livestock, and animal vaccine. This is all in Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Before I go, let us review the main affairs of the day. The farmers who sold sugarcane to Himalayan sugar mills have not received the subsidy. The farmers are using machines to harvest green tea in Ilam. The local farmers in Makkanpur are motivated as they are getting high price for their Akbare chili. Thank you for watching Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. I'll be back with more affairs next time. Till then, Jai Krishi, Jai Kishan, Samriddha Krishi, Nepal Kishan.